Welcome back, all YouTubers. As you can see, the tank looks a little different. I have recently gotten rid of the 28-gallon JBJ Nano and have upgraded to the Red Sea Max 250 65-gallon plug-and-play system. Reason why I chose it was plug and play, no hassle for the most part. I wanted to build a 75-gallon system, but with the limited money I had and time, I just figured it would be so much easier to buy this. Plus, I got a really great deal on it, new. I actually acclimated all the corals into this tank in less than 2 days. I went ahead, did the sand first, started adding half of the water mixed with some sand, let it settle down after about 24 hours, and started acclimating all the corals with the water I had in my 28-gallon, and so far it's been running for about a week now, week and a half, and I haven't seen any signs of a cycle yet. I'm assuming I still may get a small cycle, but I pulled all the junk out of the 28-gallon, all the live rock starfish, spaghetti worms, serpent starfish, everything, and put it into this tank. So every gunk, every piece of nasty that was in that 28 gallons now sitting in here. And I tried designing the reef as close as I could to the other. And main reason for the upgrade was this guy right here seemed like it needed a bigger home. And instead of being over there, I think it wants to be up on top of the green Montipora, which, yeah, I see it's killing it. It's probably going to kill it, but I also have a whole bunch more of that green Montipora right here. So I'm not too worried about it. Everybody's been positioned in a little bit of a different spot. I ended up breaking the orange/brown digitata. You can see a little bit right there, some of it right there. Most of the green hair algae actually starved itself and died out, which was only a couple little pieces here and there. I don't like this stuff. Nobody does. Everybody else is actually doing fine. Not a single coral has died or really been stressed out at all. I mean, it took a couple days for them all to come around, but everybody's doing wonderful. I added 40 pounds of live sand to the 25 pounds I already have, so I got about 60 to 65 pounds of live sand, 55 pounds of live rock. Add the few pieces I've bought that I already have. I bought that coral, I never counted that live rock there. Here and there I have corals that I've purchased that have live rock that came with them, so I probably got a good, I would say maybe 60 pounds of live rock in the tank. As for the corals, I guess we can go over those real quick. The peach sinulera, doing wonderful, has fully opened up in the last 3-4 days. Quina tree in the back, there's actually 4 of them now. I got the huge one there, medium, little baby in the back, and then way over here we have another one growing behind the hammer coral. Doing wonderful. Digitata, right there by the mandarin, is still doing wonderful, even though I broke it. Green digi doing great. Polyps, those are always doing great. You can't even kill those things. And the orange something Cora. PS, I don't know. I've said it before, but that's going to get moved soon. I don't like the way the polyps are just surrounding it, so I'm going to move it, put it somewhere else. The Recordias, those are all doing great. The baby Recordias still doing wonderful, growing like crazy. Purple mushroom right there, doing great. It's got the zoids next to it. I had some green hair algae on it. I wiped it off, hurting some of the zoids, but they're doing alright. We got the dendrophilia back there, doing wonderful. I mean, it has been out more than it's been more out in this tank than it has been in the other tank. But it's doing wonderful, eating. Same with the green polyps. Spider-Man mushrooms right there. They're doing okay with a little bit of pulsing xenia on there. And there is the pink Gonopora. I found it in the bag. Maybe it'll come to life. I don't know. I just found it buried in the old aquarium. Purple blue mushrooms doing pretty good, along with the they're not zoids. I believe it starts with a P. I don't know, but they're doing all right. Got the green bullseye mushrooms. I paid $8 for one. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 right there. Then we got the orange Monty, huge, beautiful. Green Monty is dying because of the anemone. It's just stinging it to death. I'm okay with it. I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully it won't ever move down if I leave the Montipora there, which is what my plans are. But the green bubble tip anemone doesn't look all that green right now. It hasn't been ever since the move, but I'm assuming it'll get better once it eats some more. It's 8. It's only 8 and a couple. About 3 pieces of krill in the last week. Usually eats about 4 or 5 pieces. Got the blue mandarin there. Yep, that is a new blue mandarin. It was actually in the other tank for a couple weeks. Picked that up not too long ago. Let's see. Then we got the hammer coral over here, doing great. Actually, it's doing better than it's ever been. We got the watermelon zoids. I don't know if you saw those last time. I believe they were there last month. Doing great. Orange mushroom. It's actually had a little baby on the side. I'll get closer so you can see it in a little while. Cocoa worm, doing wonderful. Feather duster. Metallic green mushrooms. Oh, and there's peewee. Orange spotted pistol shrimp goby, doing great. And we got the candy cane coral. It's only been the last couple days that's been doing wonderful. It's actually blowing back up. And we got the bicolored brain lobophilia, which is doing wonderful. All the stuff is pretty much getting used to the lights. Went from the fluorescent lights to T5s. The Red Sea Max 250 houses 6 T5s, all 39 watts apiece, for a total of about 230 some odd watts, which is actually a little bit more than what the other tank was. So everybody's getting more light than before. And they all seem to like it. I did acclimate the light for a couple days to them, give them some time to get used to it. I can't get that little baby mushroom. It's behind there though. Beautiful looking thing. Got some sponge that I found when we were pulling the rocks out. Not worried about that. Most of it's going to die. Fish are all doing wonderful. Here's a side view. I figured we'll talk a little bit about the system. God, I don't know what to say about it. I should probably just make another video, considering this one's going about 9 minutes already. But, you know, it's got the protein skimmer up here. So far, you know, I haven't had any problems with it. Really nice. Pulling out some serious nastiness. I literally, with my 28 gallon, I can smell that protein. I can smell the scum and it doesn't stink. You know, I rinsed this out the other day and I about threw up. You know, everybody talks about that horrible smell, and I've never had the horrible smell. But now, god damn, does that stuff stink. Excuse my English there. So we got internal fan here for the water, cools the water, awesome, on and off switch. It's not on a timer, the only thing I don't like about it. Got the moonlights here, which hook right up to the timer, which is came with the system, built-in timer. As soon as the main lights go off, the moon lights come on. If you want to keep them off, just flick them off. That's a really awesome thing that came with the tank. Don't have to buy that. Got my old thermometer here. Had to buy a new mag float because the old one I had just wouldn't stay on with the thickness of the glass. Down here we have our panel, which basically lets us turn everything off individually. Pump 1, 2, heater, protein skimmer, lights. Everything's ran. Most of you may know it's a plug-and-play system. One cord. Only one cord comes out from the whole system. The lights themselves, they actually have 4 fans. 2 exhaust fans and 2 internal fans that are, blowing the air in, going through the whole setup. Lift the top up here. This is just a feeder top that lifts up, and pretty cool. Got a couple sections in it where you can put your testing tubes. Not that I trust it, because I'd hate to drop one of those in there. It's got a little section over there for you to put your hydrometer if you buy the Red Sea, which I don't have. I forget what I have. And then it lifts up for aquascaping. About yay far. I don't want to blind the camera, but yeah, everything sits in the back. The whole sump is in the back. I'll go over that in detail someday if anybody's interested. But yeah, I spent about $1,100 with some taxes. Cost me about $11.77 was the total price of it. It's got an underneath cabinet, 4 shelves. I'm gonna put my eye hooks down there to hang all my stuff. It'll work out great. I actually love the system. If I need a circulation pump, I'm gonna have to pick up a new one. I'm just running the Nano now, which is over here. Not doing too much other than directing the flow from cutting straight down back. The only problem with this system, I think, is there's just so much flow coming out of this one return pump right here that it literally blows the sand all over the front. But it's created a big enough trench to where the sand isn't blowing around anymore. But yeah, that is the new system. Red Sea Max 250. And the only new coral I do have, which I should not have gotten, my wife actually bought it, is sitting in the cup right here. And it's a pink Recordia mushroom. It's like white and pink. I saw one online, Dr. Foster's. They wanted about $100 to $120 for one Recordia mushroom that was pink. I saw it at my local fish store for $24, so I had to buy it. Green mushroom doing wonderful. I mean, it literally just opens right up now. I'm sure I could have missed some corals here and there, but pulsing xenia being killed at the moment. But that stuff grows like crazy, as we all know. Alright, well, I hope everybody liked. Stay subscribe, comment, rate, and I'll put up another post in about a month. Maybe I'll do a couple more on the Red Sea Max itself, but yeah, that's it for now. Peace.